Imagine celebrating Christmas at 71 degrees below zero, where one mistake could kill you instantly. The wind screams like a wild animal does. This is Yakutia, a frozen land right in the heart of Siberia. Even the record for the coldest inhabited place on Earth is also held by Yakutia. Temperatures here have been recorded as low as minus 71 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze your skin in seconds. The darkness is endless. The snow never stops here. And yet, people live here. They go to work, cook their meals, and even celebrate Christmas, wrapped in layers of fur and clothing specially designed to keep them alive. But this is not just normal winter. This is a test of survival. A test where every step outside feels like a fight against the nature itself. Could you survive a Christmas night here? Could your body even handle this kind of cold? Imagine walking across frozen rivers, all while the temperature continues to drop even more with every passing minute. Frostbite can hit you at any time, and hypothermia can take over you before you even realize. Here, in Yakutia, even taking a breath is risky. Tonight, we are taking you inside this icy nightmare. You will feel the frozen wind blow against your face. In this video, you will see the beauty and terror of Yakutia's endless snow. And you will understand what it really takes to survive the coldest Christmas on Earth. Stay with us, because by the end, your idea of winter will never be the same again. Welcome to a place most people can only imagine. We are in the far east of Russia, in Yakutia, also called the Sakha Republic. Here, huge forests and icy plains stretch as far as your eye can see. This is a land of extremes, where winter rules most of the year. Deep in this frozen land lies the village of Oymyakon, perched at 63.3 degrees north, and it is almost entirely cut off from the world during winter. It is often called the Pole of Cold because of the record-breaking temperatures that the residents have to face here. Just imagine a typical winter scene here. A river frozen solid, its surface cracked like glass under the sky. Houses surrounded by piles of snow taller than a person. Nights lasts forever, and when you exhale, your own words freeze in the middle of the air. These aren't just poetic images. They describe the harsh reality of daily life here. In Yakutia, the ground itself is locked in permafrost, staying frozen for thousands of years. Buildings must be built on stilts or special foundations so that they don't sink as the ice melts. The climate is so extreme that the difference between the coldest months and the warmest can be more than 50 degrees Celsius. And here in Oymyakon, the cold isn't simply an inconvenience. It is the main character. In January, the average temperature plunges well below minus 50 degrees Celsius. And in the worst years, it has dropped to minus 67 or more. Stay with me as we explore how people live here and how Christmas is celebrated. Step outside in Oymyakon, and you will instantly know that any second here could be your last one. This is the Pole of Cold, where temperatures go past minus 50 and sometimes hitting minus 70. Here, survival isn't optional, it's everything. What do people wear when their world is a walking freezer? They bundle up in layer after layer. Start with the thermal underwear, then wool, then thick outer coats. They are lined with fur or made from local animal skins. Boots are heavy, insulated, and roomy, so toes don't freeze. Gloves, too. The hats here cover ears and cheeks, and the face masks or scarves are used to protect exposed skin. At these temperatures, any bare patch on your body can mean frostbite in minutes. In this place, the ground itself stays frozen for centuries, known as permafrost. Homes must be insulated, often built on raised foundations or stilts, so that the heat from the building doesn't melt the ground underneath the building and cause shifting. Windows are sealed and walls are thick. Heating is continuous. One family said that their wood stove must run all day to keep the pipes from freezing and let the water flow easily. How do people eat, get water, and move around when everything is frozen solid? Food and water are like missions. Water pipes cannot always run deeply underground because the ground won't thaw. Some sources say water must be melted from ice or springs that keep flowing even when air is near -60. Fresh produce is rare here. The diet relies on preserved meat, fish, and very energy-rich food to keep the bodies warm. Cars and trucks must stay running and their engines heated up, because you won't do this, then they won't start when you need them, and you'll be stuck alone in the frozen silence. And the danger? It is real. Imagine your skin getting exposed for just 5 minutes and frostbite begins. The cold itself can freeze moisture on your face, your eyelashes, and your hair. Breathing becomes harsh. If by mistake or to experience, you fall asleep outside, then hypothermia will catch you silently. If there is a crack in the insulation, a failure in the heater, then even these small things could change everything. Locals here do not take any step lightly. Here, even normal routines feel like fighting battles. Walking outside to your work or to school feels like a fight against the wind. Houses here aren't just homes, they're literal lifeboats, especially in a frozen ocean like this. Feel that chill creeping in? That's the danger of extreme cold. And we're only getting started. Coming up, Christmas in -71 degrees Celsius and the deadly power of the Siberian winter. Imagine that you've made it through another day in the world's coldest place. Your breath turns to ice the moment it leaves your mouth. But tonight, something will change. There's a strange excitement moving through the streets fully covered with snow. It's Christmas in Yakutia, a holiday that is so full of warmth and life. While the rest of the world dreams of cozy fires and jingling bells, here in the Siberia, Christmas begins in houses built to fight back against the freeze. Families gather together, laugh, a lot have the best time of their year, and have hot boiling soup. Frost glittering on the windows as people hang tiny lights that glow through the ice. In the heart of each town, giant trees are set up. People come and cover them with handmade Yakut decorations. These decorations include fur mittens, carved dolls, and silver stars that sparkle in the night. And the food? It's a miracle. In a place where the air can kill, every hot meal is a victory. Families eat frozen meat, cook thick, steaming soups, and serve them on wooden tables surrounded by generations. The smell of meat broth and burning wood fills the room. Even visitors are stunned by how proud these people are about their traditions. In Yakutia, Christmas is not just a holiday. It's literally a proof that even in the deadliest cold, warmth still wins, and people put extra efforts to enjoy days like these. Would you survive a Christmas like this? Or would the cold claim you before the bells start to ring? When children awake early on the Christmas morning, their cheeks have already turned white from the cold, but their eyes, those are still shining bright. They wrap thick scarves around them and step outside, just enough to see the lights and see how the world feels like, before rushing back to the warm embrace of their homes. Families burn candles together, share their stories, and sing songs so loud that they feel the warmth inside them. The cold makes this simple act of gathering extra precious. Here in Yakutia, the warmth is not just inside the house, it is in the smile, the fire, and in the shared plates of food. You must be wondering that how could they celebrate Christmas in a place where one breath outside may freeze you? Stick around, because the night of -71 degrees Celsius is coming, and you're going to watch people enjoy it. Let's break down what -71 degrees actually means for the human body. If your skin is exposed, it can freeze in a matter of minutes, perhaps even seconds. Scientists studying extreme cold note that when air is this bitter, moisture on your skin crystallizes and your eyelashes freeze. It was Christmas Eve in Oymyakon, and the temperature had dropped even lower than usual. Outside, the wind screamed. But inside the little wooden house of the Ivanov family, a different kind of warmth glowed in there. Young Misha, just 8 years old, was bundled in 3 layers of fur and wool, helping her grandmother light candles and carved ice lanterns. "Tonight," she whispered, "the snow spirits will watch over us if we honor them with light and laughter." Misha's eyes widened. The family had prepared their feast, which included steaming meat pies, fish stew, and freshly boiled reindeer milk. But suddenly, a loud crack echoed outside. A snow-covered branch had fallen near the roof of their house, and the cold air started to sneak into their house. Misha's father rushed to secure the house, while Misha held the smallest candle in her hands, determined not to let it go out. Later that night, the entire village gathered near the central tree in the square. Each household brought a small ornament like one fur mitten, one carved doll, one silver star, or anything like that. Together, they decorated the giant tree, their faces glowing with the firelight and excitement. When the last ornament was hung, someone began to sing an old Yakut song, and slowly, the entire crowd joined in. Their voices echoed together through the frozen valley, carrying hope against the endless cold. By the time Misha returned home, exhausted but happy, she understood something really powerful. She learned that Christmas in Yakutia was not about presents or glittering lights. It was about endurance and togetherness against the cold. In many villages, a special ritual begins which is known as the Frost Walk. Brave villagers, bundled in every layer they own, step outside into the frozen night, carrying small torches. Their goal is to light the lanterns that line the snow-covered streets. Children follow behind. They're laughing, their lungs out. In one village, an old tradition tells of the snow spirit gift. Families leave small handmade trinkets, carved from wood or fur, at the edge of the forest to honor the spirits of winter. It's believed that the spirits will protect the village from deadly frost and bring luck for the coming year. This is more than superstition. Every candle is lit, every gift is left there, and every ornament hung is a small victory against nature's power. And the celebrations doesn't end here. In the central square, villagers perform a unique Yakut dance called the Circle of Heat. Dressed in furs, they move in tight circles around bonfires, stamping their feet and clapping. The motion warms their bodies and lifts their spirits. Tourists describe it as surreal. Flames dancing in the Arctic night, people moving like shadows on snow with loud music, and them singing songs all along. Families prepare special Christmas bread, sweetened with local berries and frozen fish pies that are cooked over wood fires. Every dish tells a story of their ancestors who've experienced worse winters, of children who never complained, and of a community that refuses to let the cold break them. By midnight, the village, which is used to be so quiet that you could even your own heartbeat, is now alive. Lanterns glow along the snow-covered paths, smoke curls from wood stoves, and the stars shimmer above in the sky. When you look back on life in the ice valley of Oymyakon in Yakutia, and at that, the thermometer that reads -71 degrees Celsius, it makes you compare that back home you might complain about a little chill or a broken heater. But in Yakutia, they survive on building homes that hold heat like a fortress, wearing layers after layers of fur, turning simple meals into rituals. The comfort in your house that you take for granted suddenly starts to feel huge. Warm beds, hot running water, and fresh and hot meals reminds us of how privileged we are, but at the same time, it makes you appreciate the uniqueness of this land. So what do we take away from this? That comfort doesn't build character? Challenge does. That when life presses you, human kindness rises. That even the coldest places on earth cannot freeze hope in the people living there. It cannot silence their laughters and can never stop what those people build together. Thanks for staying on this frozen journey. And if this story changed something in you, an appreciation, a question, an awe, then that cold night in Yakutia did its job. And here we are, at the end of a journey into the coldest Christmas on Earth. You've seen temperatures drop to -71 degrees Celsius and felt the threat of frostbite. If this video made your heart race or your mind wander, then don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want more jaw-dropping stories of extreme survival, then subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon so you never miss an adventure.